Hello, my beloved, beautiful beings. It's been a roller coaster the last several days, hasn't it? I wanted to come to you today to hopefully give you a piece of advice that you can use to calm yourself down if you're still on that roller coaster. And if you're not, I hope that this can also be helpful to you going forward, as everyone seems to feel like it's a new day. Something has happened that's never happened before. And how do we navigate it? What do we do? I keep going back to that serenity prayer, to accept the things that we can not change with serenity, to have courage to change the things that we can, and to have the wisdom to know the difference. So, one thing we cannot do is we cannot change the powers that be, what they are doing, what they've set in motion. We can't change that. That's occurred. What we can do is set in motion a way to change that, combat that, to make sure it doesn't happen again. So, what I would encourage you to do is to take a deep breath, and I'm going to do this reading. I used the Santa Muerta deck for my tarot deck to do a tarot spread, and then I used a couple of oracle decks to see what they had to say. Now, I went into this asking the question, what do we need to know to go forward with this new situation that's happened? And I know we all have some feelings about it. And that shows up in the cards. So the first card that I drew is that this is us. This is the significator. It's the Two of Cups. Now, this Two of Cups, see how they are entwined, how they share their thoughts, how they share their feelings. They're very closely working together and going forward together. That's something we perhaps need to do. We need to close our ranks. We need to check on one another, make sure that we're all doing okay. And if there's something that we can do for someone, however small it seems to us, it may mean a great deal to them. It may be the source of comfort they need to go forward. It may be the source of comfort we need to go forward. Now, this card is crossed with the Ten of Swords, which I find interesting because this is the completion of a thing. So, those who want to stay in power have been doing the best they can to find a way to hang on to the power, knowing that they're unpopular, knowing that they couldn't win in a fair fight. They've been trying to bring about some way to stay in power. They think this is part of the way to do it. And they feel like they have completed it. that now all that has to be done is to find a way to put someone in a position where they will use this power that they've given, and then be able to wield their own power over it. So they feel like that's come to a completion. And that's what's crossing all of us, what's standing in front of us, trying to oppose us. At the base of the reading, I have the Knight of Pentacles. And you know he's slow and steady. He's going after what he needs in a methodical way. But crowning this reading is the Eight of Wands. Now, these are diametrically opposed cards. This is slow and steady. This is coming fast. So, this news that we got just yesterday from the highest court in our land in the United States came fast. And it came against what we do ordinarily, which is we're slow and methodical, and we want to make sure that we take the right steps. And here this comes. And now we've got this to deal with. In the past, the Ace of Cups, we've had things that made us feel comfortable. We've had things that made us feel uncomfortable. We have come to grips with many oddities and new things in the past several years. This has been us having everything thrown at us and coming out hopefully better for it. Having everything just that could possibly happen, and we dealt with it, and we got through it, and here we are on the other side, and maybe we have some scars, but we're here. But in the near future, I have that we need to step back. The Four of Swords. We need to step back and take a rest, take account, make sure that we have the stamina to go forward. We've dealt with all of this, but this is something new, and we need to take a minute, take a breath, make sure we're rested so that we can go forward. Now, all around us, this King of Pentacles is this idea that money and power are the things that are wanted. And in the atmosphere, the Page of Pentacles backs that up. Money and power. Learning how to get money and power. Saving all those pennies to become this king with his treasure chest. The hope is that we can go forward with something new. The Fool tells us that there's something new at hand, something we can do. Now, this is our hope, but it's not an unfounded hope. We can go forward. There are things to do. And the Star tells us that if we go forward and reach for the thing that we want, that we're vigilant, that we watch, that we make sure that we're seeing not just a reflection, but what is true. And we want to reflect the truth. That we can go forward and get that. And on the bottom of the deck I had the Ten of Pentacles. Now I'm having all of these very active ending sorts of cards, ending and beginning. And all the players are either finishing up a task or beginning a task. And so the bottom of the deck reflects that with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the conclusion of something having to do with earthly things, something of the earth. Our societies and our politics, that's all of the earth. And so something is coming to an end so that there can be a beginning. It has to be this way. It has to be this way to make sure that everyone who normally does not pay attention, that we have their attention, that what's going on in society is waking people up and saying, you must act, you must choose a side. That's going on right now. Things have to get so bad that those who ordinarily don't participate in our society in the way to help guide the direction that we go, those people wake up. Those people wake up and they go forward with a plan to make a choice. Now, the cards that I chose, I didn't choose, but that I drew out of the decks, the oracle decks, from the angels and ancestors. I first drew the heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. So the very first thing that we have to do is choose love. And we have to love ourselves. We have to let ourselves be the first thing that we learn to love. And then we can love all other beings and we don't have to be in fear. We have two choices. We can be in love or we can be in fear. So the first thing that we have to learn is to love ourselves and then to love everyone else. The next card I got, the guardian angel. You are not alone. You are never alone. Ever. You're never alone. There's always your guardian angel. There's always your spirit team. Always you have those around you that have unconditional love and are only interested in your highest good. Then I got the Traveler. Now, I thought this was a curious card, but it says move in a new direction. That's how you have to go, in a new direction. Don't keep going the same old direction. Look up and see what your choices are. And make a conscious choice and move in that direction. On the bottom of the deck, the Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right, but look at the Peacekeeper. That white buffalo. It's a sign. It's absolutely a sign to go forward in peace. Let go of things that don't matter, if it doesn't make much of a difference to you to let someone else have their say, their point of view, have what they want, to do what they want. If it doesn't interfere with you, then let it go. Let them be them. Let yourself be you. Don't put restrictions on yourself or others that you don't need to have. Restrictions are part of the fear. We don't want the fear. We want to have the love. The last deck I chose is the Spellcaster's Oracle. Now, I haven't really used this deck very much, but I thought that it might give us something important for this subject of helping ourselves be calm, helping ourselves look at the situation and go forward in a concerted way so that we make progress to do and have the courage to do what we can and change what we can. But remembering to take our rest. So if you need to do something to gather yourself, I play video games. If you so. If you do crossword puzzles, do those. If you watch a movie, do that. Do what you need to do to come back to yourself and be yourself. And take all the time you need to do that. But when you're finished doing that, then what you need to do is have confidence that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. Have the confidence. Spread your wings and fly. Find your inspiration. It's everywhere. And anything can be inspiring. Find yours. What spurs you on? What lights that fire in your belly? What gives you that zeal? Prosperity isn't only money and things. It's also having an abundance of friends, an abundance of family, love, having contentment in your life. That goes back to resting, finding the thing that makes you you, and do that until you feel like yourself. And you will prosper in that. And on the bottom of the deck, again, I got travel. So choose the way that you need to go and go. Look for that new direction and move that way. I didn't really have a plan of what I was going to say today. But I wanted to come and to talk to you and hopefully calm you down if you needed it, or give you some inspiration if you needed that, or just to be here just as a comfort if you needed that. Whatever it is, I want you to find it, the thing that makes you you, the things that makes you have the desire to get up and do what you need to do to have the courage to change what you can change. Sure, accept what we can't change. Accept that. Be serene with it. And then get up and change what you can change. Have the wisdom. The way you get the wisdom, you rest and you become yourself. You remind yourself who you are. So, my beloved, beautiful beings, Until next time.